Hello, LinkedIn. It's day 19 of the 21-day LinkedIn Life Challenge, which I'm so excited about because only 2 days are left in 2024. How are you feeling? How are you spending the last couple of days in this amazing year? I just spent the most incredible, beautiful Sunday. Went for a little trip, treated myself with the most incredible food and sun and beach and just love, 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 love. So I'm curious to hear from you. Feel free to leave comments. Also, please share these videos with people who will benefit from it, who need to hear whatever it is that I'm going to share. It will mean the world to me. You will find these videos on my YouTube channel, as well as you can listen to these podcasts on my Redefining Success podcast, as well as you can find me on Instagram at ruta.infusion to learn a little bit more about my journey. And there's a space where I share more of the behind the scenes. And so today I want to talk about what makes your life 1,000 times better. It's a bit of a hack, a mindset hack, an attention hack, the way you live your life hack, what you focus on hack. It's a hack. Hello, Richard. So great to see you. Oh my God, it's been ages. Doing awesome. Just overcome work-related challenges. I'm back and better than ever. I'm so happy to hear that, to read that actually. Richard, gosh, you've been on this LinkedIn journey with me for years now. Isn't it? Isn't it incredible? What a life. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy to read that 2024 is ending with a blast when you are overcoming challenges and feeling accomplished and doing the thing. That's the vibe. That's definitely the vibe. So here's what I want to share with you today. We have. So here's what I want to share with you today. You see, when you have a vision of what you desire to create, what you want, what you're dreaming of, what you have been dreaming of for years, maybe, so often that vision might leave you feeling lack because you dream of that thing. Let's say you want to make $1 million. You want to become financially free. Or maybe you've been single for a while and you want to meet the love of your life. Or maybe you want to start a family and it hasn't been working for a little while. And so you're dreaming of the thing. And instead of feeling excited about it, that it's going to happen, you feel lack. You feel impatient. You feel frustrated. You feel irritated. You're looking everywhere around and you're like, why everybody else seems to have all of that? Why everyone around me is succeeding? Why everyone around me is having babies? Why everyone around me has their love lives sorted? Why everyone around me is in getting engaged and getting married and celebrating their 10-year marriage anniversaries and etc., etc. And yet, I just have that dream and that's it. So here's the thing. You've got to build such an incredible inner world of imagination, of conviction and knowingness that that vision is happening, with complete detachment regarding when and how it's going to unfold, that you basically just feel as if you already have it all, which basically looks like kind of living in virtual reality, kind of like putting on those glasses and imagining as if you already have that partner. So let's take an example. I went for a little trip today, a day trip, and I could imagine that I'm sitting right next to my love, love of my life. I'm sitting right next to the most incredible man. I'm sitting right next to the man of my dreams. And we're having a blast and we're having deep conversations and we're laughing and we're singing songs on the radio or on Spotify or wherever. And we're just having such a good time. And then we're chilling at the sun and just embracing the moment. And it's just wonderful. So you see, I could easily feel lack in that kind of situation, right? Especially witnessing a lot of couples around, a lot of families around, a lot of people around who obviously have their partners. And I could pay attention to that. I could pay my attention to those couples and make myself feel jealous or envious, like, oh, but I don't have it. And so that's not fun. It's not fun to be looking around and looking for evidence that I don't have it. You see, the shift in perspective is looking around and witnessing those couples and witnessing those happy families and saying to yourself, that's so wonderful. I'm so happy for them. I'm sure it's going to happen for me as well. That's so wonderful. It's evidence that people find each other. That's so wonderful. It's so amazing to see happy couples and happy families. That's basically showing me that it's possible to be that happy, to be that excited, to be so, in love. And so you can always find a story to tell yourself, whether that's a story of lack or it's a story of abundance is up to you. Let's take a different example. I lost my mom over 12 years ago. She passed away. And up until today, I could tell a story that is the worst thing that ever happened to me, is the biggest curse. And I really miss her, and it's terrible. And I feel such a lack, and it left me wounded, and it would make me feel terrible. It would make me feel like a victim. Or I can say it was the biggest blessing because of that, I woke up from my illusion and I started living my life the absolute best way. I started treating every single day as a blessing because life can end any moment, because that's exactly what I learned about my mom's passing. I started appreciating what I do have instead of feeling like something is missing. I started treasuring my moments and creating incredible, beautiful moments with my loved ones every time I could. And so as a result, I'm really thankful for the fact that whatever happened, happened, even though it might sound crazy to a lot of people, but it's really one of the best things that ever happened to me. It is sad. I do miss her, but the energy of it being a blessing is far overweighing the feeling of sadness and the feeling of lack. And you know what? I actually know that she is always with me anyway. There is no lack because she's in my heart. Always. There's no way she's gone. She's not gone. She's everywhere. She's always with me. Always, always, always. You see, when I still lived with my parents back in Lithuania, my mom used to sleep till noon. So my dad was an early bird and my mom was a late owl. And so she would watch movies till 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. And well, as a result, she would also sleep really late. And when I was a child, I remember I would go upstairs to my parents' bedroom when it was around 10 a.m. or so, and my mom would still be in bed sleeping properly. And I would literally just open her eyes like that, eyelids like that. And I would be like, "Are you awake?" And you can imagine how frustrating that was for my mom to wake up this way. But anyhow, so my mom would come downstairs with her eyes full of mascara, like old mascara from yesterday from makeup, because she basically never really took her makeup off in the evenings. And so because her makeup was all over the place, like her whole eyes were like this, like black, every time she would go down in the morning at 11 or whatever the time was, my dad would call her Panda. So she was actually not even Panda. He was calling her in the sweet way, a bit like Lithuanianized. She would call her Pandosia. And so, you know what? When I moved back from Brazil to Portugal this time in September, 3 months ago, I rented a car, which I'm still renting. And of all possible cars that I could have gotten, I got a Fiat Panda. And how is that not a sign that my mom is always there with me? To me, I use it to my advantage. I use it as a sign that she's always with me. So you see, I'm sharing all of these stories to paint a picture of how you can use your vision to your advantage as if you're already living it, as if you are already abundant, as if you already have that million, as if you are already in a happy family dynamic, as if you're already, I don't know, expecting a baby, as if you already live this incredible life, or you can live as if it's missing, as if, oh, but it didn't happen yet. Oh, but when is gonna happen? Oh, but I've been doing all this inner work and it still hasn't landed. Oh, entitlement, right? And so, why do I say that this is what makes your life 1,000 times better? Is that it doesn't create some kind of a feeling of this is a delusion, like I'm just living in a fantasy or something. It's not about that. What it does, first and foremost, which is, in my opinion, the most important thing in life, is that it makes you feel amazing about life. It actually gives you a sense of joy, love, appreciation, peace. You're excited about your life. You see bazillion of things to be grateful for every single day. Instead of focusing on all the things that you can complain about or blame others for, or feel irritated by, or feel entitled about, or feel frustrated and annoyed that it's not here. Like, what a life is that? And I'm saying this because I used to live like this. Years ago, I was that person. I was the person who was constantly dissatisfied about everything. And actually, I was talking about the chronic dissatisfaction in one of my previous lives, which is an incredible life as well. And so I don't want you to live in this chronic dissatisfaction. I want you to live in abundance, abundance of everything, abundance of greatness, abundance of adventure, abundance of pleasure, abundance of unconditional love, abundance of just having a lovely, good time, no matter the circumstances. I want you to have fun. I want you to squeeze the most out of life. I want you to treat yourself well. Because you see, I could have said, "Oh, well, but it's it's kind of not cool to go on a day trip by myself." I could have said that, but you know what? I freaking loved it. A lot of people would say, "Oh, but I don't feel comfortable going out for dinner alone. What will people think?" Or I think it's ridiculous to go to the movies by myself. Who said that? I've been to the movies by myself. I've been out going out for lunches and dinners, taking myself out on dates by myself. It's freaking awesome. Truly is. So, my suggestion for you is to start shifting your attention to what you're focusing on. Are you focusing on the lack? Are you focusing on the gap between where you are and where you want to be? And because of that, you make yourself feel more miserable, less excited, less trusting, less believing in that vision that it's actually going to happen? Or are you focusing on the abundance of the present moment? You are grateful for the life that you currently have. You even imagine your life as if you're already having a good time with your partner, for example. And as a result, you build such an unshakable conviction, such an unshakable confidence in the fact that it's going to happen, that there is no impatience. There is no doubt. There is no insecurity. There is no wonder, like, am I good enough for it? Do I deserve this to happen? Is this actually going to happen? I'm not sure if it's going to happen. You know what? You build such an unshakable conviction that it is inevitable that it's going to happen. Why is that? Is because how could you not attract an incredible partner? Or how could you not create an incredible result in your business? If you are becoming that person, if you are that vibrant, radiant, magnetic, confident person, how could you not create that? How could you not just create amazing things with your work, with your craft, with your art? How could you not attract incredible people into your life? It is a quantum impossibility when you are being that person to not attract amazing things into your life. So that is precisely why this is what makes your life 1,000 times better. And yes, Richard, we need to practice gratitude more. I have similar experience just about 2 years ago. They're with us. I'm so sorry to hear that, but they are always with us. Absolutely. I have no idea what you wrote there. Pandino bianco una bestia. no, no idea what that means. So, if you want to live your absolute best life, you better start paying attention to what you pay attention to and what kind of feelings you feel, what kind of thoughts you allow yourself to have. what you direct your thoughts towards, if you're grateful for what you do have, or you're paying attention to all the things that are missing, that are lacking, if you're living in scarcity or you're living in abundance. Because only when you live in abundance, that's when you start truly living your life, because that's when you truly feel fulfilled. Because I have seen way too many people who have wild success when it comes to business, when it comes to money. They have everything they can imagine. I've worked very closely with very wildly successful people, and it's never going to be enough unless you train your brain to focus on the right things. People can have millions, millions and millions, even billions, and they might still feel lack and fear and doubt. What if I lose it all? Unless you train your mind. That's the way to go. All right, that is it for today, day 19. I love you. You're amazing. I am so excited to dive into another one tomorrow on day 20. And then to complete the 21-day LinkedIn Live challenge on day 21. I wish you the most incredible rest of the day and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.